We are back with another Fortnite storyline character tier list, but this time we're going to be ranking them based on how likely I am to be able to beat them in a fight. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. We've done tier lists like this before, and if you guys think it's a little bit of a weird topic, if you're new to the channel or you're not familiar with my background, I have an extensive background in martial arts. I am a Muay Thai kickboxer with a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background. On top of that, I am a very capable fighter, very knowledgeable about fighting, and I know that sounds egotistical, but I just love talking about fighting in general. I have an entire channel dedicated to MMA. Excuse me, I hit the wrong OBS setting over there. So I thought this would be a fun type of video to make over here. If I was stuck in the loop, how would I perform against all of these guys? Now, to make it a little bit more fun, if they have some sort of weapon, like unless it's something as like core to the character is something like Thor's hammer, we're going to assume that they don't have it and we can have a fist fight just so I can have a little bit of a chance against these guys. But regardless, let's talk about this. S tier means I absolutely will not lose to these people, and F tier all the way down to impossible to beat. Lastly, we are not going to be talking about any weapons. We're not going to be talking about I found an assault rifle on the ground. No, we're talking hand-to-hand combat over here, starting off with the Devourer. Am I beating a giant ice monster from the sea? No, I am not. He is going straight into the F tier. Now, Jonesy, Agent Jones, he is just a man. Anytime we have any sort of man, this is somebody that I will absolutely dummy, okay? I'm very confident in myself. He's not bringing the Rift Portal. Look at Agent Jones over there. He's just in his suit. He's going to have his movement restricted, and I am going to chop him down and absolutely destroy him. Jonesy, I am absolutely flooring. Tony Stark, Iron Man. Does Iron Man give me the grace of taking off his helmet? Can I talk to him man-to-man and just hopefully get that knockout blow? Because if Iron Man takes off his mask and I can land that one shot, I am a pretty powerful guy. I could potentially catch him, especially because Iron Man is a little bit of an older guy, but the likelihood of that happening is slim to none. For that reason, Iron Man is going to go into the D tier. Not impossible, but I will likely get destroyed. I don't know if Doctor Doom's human. I think he is, but we're going to put him at the same kind of level as Iron Man over here, okay? Now, Kato Thorne. Interesting one. What kind of power does Kato Thorne have, man? Does he have anything besides turning into a vampire? And what can he do as a vampire? Does he have any external powers? I don't actually recall. If he turns into a vampire, he's still kind of built like a person, but with wings. I feel like it can handle wings. When we fought Kato Thorne in the loop, he never really flew. He kind of dashed with his kinetic blade. If he has the blade, of course, we are done for. But the problem is, Kato Thorne is a man. Kato Thorne can turn into a vampire, and I feel like I could handle a vampire. For that reason, I'm going to put Kato Thorne into the A tier. I would probably be able to beat him, okay? Montag, just another person. Looks a little bit stronger than Jonesy, so I'm going to put him over into the S tier. Easy peasy. Now, am I going to beat any sort of demonic god or god in general? No. Zeus, Hades, and the dogs of the underworld, the name's escaping me at the moment, all going into the F tier. No chance I am ever going to beat them. Do I have a better chance of defeating the Devourer? I don't even know. I guess so, right? Megalodon. Problem. Does this dude ever take off his mask? I don't think so. That's going to be tough. How am I supposed to hit him on his steel mask? Plus, he is literally a giant guy. He seems superhumanish. He has the power of Nitro. I am not going to beat Megalodon. Megalodon is going to go into the D tier as well. We're going to put him in front of Iron Man. Mysterio. One I can absolutely beat. I would have to take the Spider-Man approach, right? Like in the movies where you just have to figure out where he is. Once you figure out where he is, easy work. He is just a person, but he would make that very difficult, okay? He'd make it difficult to find them, but if we are going hand-to-hand combat, I would absolutely beat Mysterio in a fight. Let's talk about Midas. Again, just a man, just a person. He has the golden touch. I would have to watch out for that devastating right hand he has. That would be like getting hit with metal, but I would just walk up. I'd keep my hands up. I'd keep my distance. I'd use a lot of teeps for those of, and it's weird to talk about because I usually don't have to explain this on my MMA channel, but in case anybody doesn't know, a teep is bringing up your front leg and kind of just like, it's a little bit of a pushback kick, but still striking them to the, not the groin, excuse me, just above the groin a little bit, but you can raise it up. You can get them in the liver. Depends where you want to aim that. Regardless, I would make sure that I am out of the way, of Midas's right hand. The potential for him to catch me with that thing is there, and that could kill me, but I feel like I'd be able to get past that. Other than that, Midas is just a person. I'm going to put Midas into the A tier in front of Mysterio, actually. A little bit more on the easy side to beat, okay? Thor. We're not beating a god, and we're certainly not beating the god of thunder. We're going to put him right behind the Devourer. The Ice King. What is inside that hood? Again, is it a person we're talking about? Or am I punching into like a ghostly shadow figure? If that's the case, I can't beat him. How are you supposed to beat somebody like that? I would imagine that's going to be the case. I'm going to put the Ice King into the D tier as well. A little bit more on the impossible side, okay? Master Key. I'm almost sure Yes, Master Key is human, but has a super suit, is very quick. Could I catch him? Would he be too agile for me? Maybe. He's quick like a cat, but at the end of the day, he does... I feel like we've seen his neck exposed before, but I feel like I could rip that mask off. I feel like if I got a hold of him, I would do okay, but the problem would be getting a hold of him. Would he be able to hit me a bunch of times before I actually do get a hold of him? I feel like the goal to beating Master Key is to take him down, put him in a submission. I'm going to put Master Key into the B tier. Triarch Nox. How are we supposed to do this one, guys? Come on. How are we supposed to do this one? Triarch Nox, D tier. I'm going to put him... or no, F tier. He's like an otherworldly being, right? We're going to put him in the F tier. Impossible to beat, okay? Now, Omega. Omega is a person. Omega is somebody that is playing superhero. Omega is a very, very easy person to beat. So if he is somebody that's playing superhero, by the way, because we got to think about back to Chapter 1, Season 4, these are just actors. The super suit isn't even real. He is just a guy in probably spandex. For that reason, he is probably the easiest to beat. He's got to be, right? Yeah, because he's just a person. He's just an actor. Easy. I can beat him exactly however I want. Drift, a little bit more of the same. That mask is not saying on his face. Let's be real. There's barely a strap on it. Look how easy it is to take off. Other than that, all of his body parts are exposed. I know exactly where to hit him. He has that tight shirt on. I can dig under his ribs. I can take him down. I can beat him standing up. Easy work for Drift. Drift is going into the S tier. I'm going to put him right behind Omega. There we go. The sideways monster. F tier. How are we supposed to beat this one, okay? Now, Brutus is a little bit more of an interesting one because Brutus is still human, but Brutus is a big, giant security man, okay? But I know Brutus would overpower me, but over the years of doing martial arts, I fought many people that are bigger and stronger than me, and I'm more incapable of doing so. Brutus does have tiny legs. The game plan would be to keep the hands up, of course. I don't imagine Brutus would be able to hit me because Brutus he has all of the muscle in the world. Brutus would have a very slow winging punches, and if anybody has any sort of fighting experience, those look like they are just coming in slow motion. Other than that, with the muscle mass that he has, he's running out of oxygen very quick, and I would be able to gas him out. Other than that, I would chop down his legs, and he would fall like a giant tree. I can beat Brutus in a fight. Brutus, while I don't believe that I would lose to a guy like Brutus, he is not quite S tier. He's not as easy as these other guys over here, so I'm going to put him at the top of A tier, okay? The Origin, man of the last reality, superpowers. How are we going to defeat him? He does look a little humanish, though. He does look a little humanish. He's a little bit older, too. I'm not going to put it into the impossible tier, but we are going to put it over into the D tier, okay? Let's continue on to Rift Warden Stellan. I don't recall if this man has powers, but what we talked about in the other video when we're talking about storyline characters, this dude cries in his sleep. He has bad dreams. Is that the most special thing about him? But look how frail he looks, man. I don't care what kind of armor he has. I feel like one hook to that little jaw and he's going to sleep. I do not believe he is capable of fighting. Yeah, if you want to talk about like a sword fight, I guess, but he doesn't have any iconic weapon to him, okay? He's just a man who has bad dreams. Is he going to be scared of me? Like, I know I'm not this like giant imposing figure, but would he even want to fight? I don't know. The Rift Warden Stellan is going to go into the A tier. I'm going to put him right ahead of Mysterio. Now, I thought about moving Mysterio down, but I'm not going to, okay? The Ageless. Here's the thing. We know he has armor, okay? We're going to assume that he's fighting in this form. He is man, but he does have a suit of armor on, and that presents some issues. I cannot do anything except punch this man in the face. His hands will hurt significantly more than anything that I can do. I'd have to make sure that I hit him on the button. He is beatable, but to beat somebody in that armor that he has is very difficult. But his chin is out there. His chin is something that I could reach, and it would hurt like hell to block anything that he has coming at me with the giant steel that's on him, okay? He is going into the B tier, beatable, but he'd be very, very difficult, okay? Now, Thunder. I can beat a lizard. I can be a big lizard. Look at the size of that neck, okay? He has human-like features. I feel like, first of all, that snout's out there just for me to punch. Like, that chin is like, it's like someone fighting you like this, you know? Like, that chin's just out there for you to catch, right? Thunder has a giant neck. Thunder has human-like figures. I can beat Thunder in a fight, and I'm very, very confident insane. So I can do whatever I want to Thunder. Although he is an animal, probably a little bit more difficult. I'm going to put him at the top. I'm going to put him right in front of Master Key. That's where I'm going to throw him, okay? My puppy just came right underneath my desk. Hi, Sunny baby. Do you think that I could beat the prisoner in a fight? He's not human. Would I be able to actually do anything? Uh-oh, somebody's coming up. Somebody's coming up. What you doing, baby? What you doing? She was under my desk. She knows it's very, very late at night right now, and I'm spending a little bit more time recording than I should be, eh? She's waiting for me to take her out. Hey, you gotta let me record. You gotta let me record, okay? Are you telling me that I shouldn't be fighting the prisoner? Oh my goodness. Are you telling me that I shouldn't be fighting the prisoner? Why don't you look at all the people, huh? Oh, come this way, this way, this way, this way. Why don't you look at all the people, eh? There. There we go. Now, time for a jump cut. Sorry about that, everybody. Let's continue on over. Like I said, the prisoner. I don't know if I could beat somebody like the prisoner. Plus, if he's on fire, then there's no chance that I'm touching him. I'm going to put the prisoner into the D tier, probably right behind the origin, okay? I don't recall who this is. He's just a guy. I'm beating him. A tier. I'm going to put him right in front of the Rift Warden Stellan, okay? Now, Bites. Does he have any chrome powers? Is he being helped by the last reality? If he's not, he is a very frail man that will have no problem taking on. He is going to go into, but I'm going to put him in the B tier just because of the potential of the last reality. I'm going to put him at the top of B tier, okay? Fish stick, easy work. He's a fish. He's going to be slimy. I wouldn't be able to submit the guy. I wouldn't be able to put him in an armbar because it would just be weird, slimy, and he'd like slip out of it. But I feel like I could just beat the fish down. Absolutely no problem. Fish stick is going to go into the S tier. Yeah, I'm going to put Fish Stick as the easiest to beat. Now, Peely's an interesting one. We were talking about fighting Peely in another recent video, okay? Now, the question is, would I be able to punch right through Peely? Can I grab the top of his banana and literally just peel him? Peely's probably easier than Fish Stick to beat. I don't see anything Peely could even do to me. Like, those hands probably wouldn't even hurt. It's like banana skin. For that reason, we're going to be putting him into the S tier. Now, talking about easy to beat, we have Optimus Prime. Just kidding. How can we beat Optimus Prime? I feel like I have a better chance of beating the gods. But, of course, we're not going to do that. We're going to put him right behind the Devourer, okay? Emma Frost. I don't know what powers Emma Frost has, but I would imagine she is a very capable superhero. She looks human, but I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know what kind of power she has. I'm going to put her in the D tier right in front of the Origin, okay? The Machinist. Just a girl. She's a girl with a wrench. I don't care about that mask that she has on. Easy work. Easy work. Ooh, do I put her in front of Peely? No. I'm gonna put her right behind Fish Stick. That's where we're putting the Machinist, okay? Same with whoever this is. Is this Scar? Am I remembering that correctly? Regardless, we're gonna put her right with the Machinist. Easy work again. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, okay? We're moving, oh my god, we're moving on to all the girls. Nisha. Now, Nisha has a weapon. Nisha has an iconic sword with her. Nisha as a weapon is kind of part of her, okay? Nisha, I like my chances against Nisha, but I don't like my chances against a sword, especially somebody who is used to dueling, right? I won't be able to get near her. For that reason, I'm going to put Nisha, although not entirely impossible. If I get lucky with a roll or something, if I get lucky dodging something, and then like, I'm thinking like I have one chance. She swings at you, you have one chance to dodge, and then dive for the legs. The likelihood of that happening is very low. C tier for Nisha. C tier. Our first C tier over there, okay? Valeria. She has no powers, right? No powers. Yeah. She just reads. With the power of books. She is more frail than the Machinist. I would imagine, yeah, we're going to put her over into the S tier, okay? Now, the Scientist. He is a giant metal suit with the power of the 7. Not a chance. How am I going to be able to get past him, right? It's not like the Origin where he takes his headset or where he takes his helmet off. No way. We are going to put the Scientist with the Ice King down here, okay? So we're going to throw him. Now, Hope at this point doesn't have any powers. Hope hasn't, like, touched Pandora's box or anything like that. This is Chapter 5, Season 1 Hope. Easy work. Probably easier than Valeria. Easier than Valeria. Now, is this... I keep forgetting this chick's name, Astria. It's some girl from a different dimension that floats in outer space. No part of it, but she does look human. She does look human. We're going to be putting Astria into the D tier. No, we're going to put her in the F tier, okay? Now, it is also important to note, no, she looks humanish. We're going to put her at the bottom of D tier, okay? Here's the thing. I forgot to mention, guys, of course, this is just if we were having a hypothetical sparring match. That's very, very important to note right here, okay? Continuing on, though. Let's continue on. Actually, I'm going to make the tier list a little bit smaller. Nope, not that one. That's not much better, is it, eh? Sorry, probably ended up doing a jump cut there, but that's what we're rolling with over here. We're going to make the tier list video. Moving on over here. The Herald. The Herald has insane power. Absolutely insane power. I don't even imagine if I got a hold of her, I'd be able to do anything. So she's going to go into the D tier right with Astria down there, the Cube Queen. Now, here's the thing. Can I bring a cup of water and take care of her? Can I? Is she just going to hide in her glowing ball in the sky and not fight me? No, because she's probably doesn't fear me one little bit. But we are going to put the Cube Queen down into the F tier, of course. Probably right behind the Sideways Monster. Now, Dr. Sloan. Does she have sand powers here? Does she have any sand powers? I'm going to assume no. Other than that, Dr. Sloan is a human. I'm capable of beating any human. We're going to put her right, probably in front of Scar over there, okay? Galactus. I feel like I have a better chance of beating the gods than I have against beating Galactus. Like, literally, what are you supposed to do against Galactus? F tier for Galactus. Jules, a little bit more of the same. Just the girl. Easy peasy. We're going to take Jules and we are going to throw her over into the S tier. But where are we going to put Jules? We're going to put her right in front of the Machinist. Okay, the Paradigm. Now, we have the same problem as the Origin over here because we know that she's human. We know, I'm not saying that the Origin's human. We know that she can take her mask off. For that reason, the possibility is there. The possibility to get a hold of her is there. But if we're stuck in the loop, if she has her mask on, there is nothing that I can do. Plus, she has the 7 powers. For that reason, we're going to be putting her right in front of the Origin. Okay, that's where we're going to be throwing her now. Singularity. She's human. She's definitely human. But again, the same problem with the mask. And what kind of armor is she having? Because she also has that, like, spandex armor, right? If that's the case, we'd be able to get under that. That'd be really easy. You could just do, like, chop down some leg kicks, body shots. But Singularity with the mask on is a pretty big issue. The Singularity with the fully suited armor is another big issue. And we're talking a girl who was, you know, probably built a mech. I would imagine there's a lot of intensive labor in there. I would imagine she's some sort of superhero. We're going to put Singularity into the C tier along with Nisha, okay? She's a little bit easier to beat than Nisha, so I'm going to put her over there, okay? The Order, same problem. Exact same thing as a Paradigm, except they're not as powerful as a Paradigm. I'm going to put her and the Imagine in the same spot down here. Chaos Agent. This dude is frail, and what have we seen him do? I feel like I'm a small guy, and I feel like I can snap him in half. Like, I'm small for if you're interested in, I don't know if if you can really gauge that from online, but I am 5'7", but I am deceivingly strong. It's all that old jujitsu experience we have, so I feel like I could pick up Chaos Agent, and I feel like I can snap whatever there is need to be snapped. Like, I feel like if I were to just, like, push Chaos Agent over, maybe, like, grab him, maybe get a little bit of a takedown, I feel like the go-to would be to just put him in an ankle lock, or really any leg lock would work against the Chaos Agent. But then again, I could put him against like any armbar, I can break his wrist, anything like that. I feel like any perfect jiu-jitsu move would be perfect to take on the Chaos Agent. If he wants to leave the mask on, well, he would be leaving the mask on. Doesn't matter. Take care of the body, real easy. Dude's frail, easy work. We're going to put Chaos Agent over into the S tier. We are going to put Chaos Agent right in front of Omega. Okay, now the Foundation. This is the big problem. Possible. He's possible. With the mask off, it's possible. But the dude is giant. The dude has superhero powers, just like we talked about with all of the 7. I believe he would be the most difficult out of the 7 to beat. We're going to put him at the bottom over here, okay? Meowskulls. Big muscular cat. I can beat a cat in a fight. I can beat a cat. Like we were talking about with Brutus. Yeah, you know what? But we wouldn't have the same oxygen level problem that we have with Brutus. Like, Brutus would run out of steam real quick. That's, Meowskulls is not human. Meowskulls could probably keep going. It'd be a little bit difficult. Have we ever even seen any claws on Meowskulls? Because that would be a problem too, but I don't think we have seen any. I can beat Meowskulls in a fight. I can chin Meowskulls. I can kick Meowskulls in the leg. Easy work. And of course, like, in case you guys don't know, I keep talking about kicking the leg and stuff like that. I'm a Muay Thai kickboxer, so there's a lot of body kicks attacks. There's a lot of leg attacks. And Muay Thai kickboxing is more so like, my weak point personally is boxing and wrestling. Wrestling with just the pure takedowns. I am a guy with jiu-jitsu. Once you get onto the ground, that is where I work. But the problem is a lot of times getting the fight to the ground. If somebody doesn't know what they're doing, then it's easy for me to take the fight to the ground. But to go up against a wrestler, very difficult. But my strength is Muay Thai kickboxing. Most of my work is not with my hands. I have a nice left hook. I have solid foundation there, but I want to get close to somebody. I want to throw knees. I want to throw elbows. I want to throw short hooks like this. And I want to dig my knees and my toes into the body. That's where I primarily work. So that's why I keep talking about things like that. So I keep hitting the wrong OBS setting. Meow Skulls, I'd be able to do that too. I'd be able to chop down the leg. I'd be able to throw some nice switch kicks. I'd be able to take on Meow Skulls, okay? He'd be more difficult, but very doable. I'm going to put Meow Skulls into the B tier at the bottom of B tier. Eevee. Eevee's probably the easiest one, dude. Eevee's probably like... yeah, she's probably... who's easier, Eevee or Hope? I feel like Eevee might be easier to beat. Yeah, we're going to put it right in front of Fish Stick, or right behind Fish Stick over there. Why is Thunder in there twice? We've already been over this. All right, Thunder, perfect. Sky. Oh, change plans. Sky's a child. This is crazy. All right, Sky. Oh, I need to make the tier list even smaller now. There we go. Sorry for the further jump cut. I feel like this is the best way to get around it. Okay, so regardless, Sky's a kid. Is it easier than Fish Stick? Like, probably, right? I don't think... You know what, guys? I'm actually going to put Sky in front of Fish Stick. There we go. There's no way that Peely is harder than anyone on here to beat, okay? Kit. Interesting one. I don't think I'd be able to get past the robot. The robot's fast. The robot has weapons attached to it. Saws on it. Like, this would be extremely difficult, but if I ever get lucky to dodge something and ever be able to reach the cat to take him off of there, then it'd be easy work. But the problem is getting past that bot. I don't think I will be able to do so. I am going to put Kit into the D tier, at the top of D tier though. Top of D tier. Let's continue on over to Bush Ranger. It's a bush. There is no bush that is going to beat me. From what we've seen too, he's a little bit scared. He'll probably hide. I'm going to put Bush Ranger. I'm going to put Bush Ranger right behind Fish Stick. Probably easier than a human, okay? Ruin. Unhuman. What is that? If I touched him, am I going to burn to death? Not burn to death, but you know what I mean. Am I just going to like burn myself? Am I going to have like 3rd-degree burns? Probably. Dude walked out of a volcano. Dude's responsible for earthquakes. There's nothing I can do to Ruin. He is going to go into the F tier. Top of F tier over here, okay? Let's continue on a hybrid. If he has the ninja mask, that'd be very difficult. It's possible we could remove the ninja mask, but again, you're talking about somebody with armor, but you're not talking about a human. You're talking about some giant lizard with electric powers. That's what's underneath. So if he takes that off, I'm even more screwed. There's nothing I can probably do to beat this man. D tier. We're going to put him into the D tier. We're going to put him right... We're going to put him right behind the prisoner, okay? Raz. I know he has some sort of power, okay? I know he has some sort of power, but I don't know exactly what that is. I don't remember. But regardless, he is a person. He is capable of losing. I'm going to put him into the C tier as well. I know he has power, but we're going to put him at the bottom of C tier, okay? The giant mech. All right, S tier. Easy peasy. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. We're putting him right with the Devourer. Probably in between that and Optimus Prime. I feel like Optimus Prime will be a little bit more of a difficult fight. Now, the Underworld Midas. He has some sort of otherworldly powers. He has some sort of underworld power along with him. But again, he is also human. We know he has a golden touch. He has a little bit more armor, so he would be more difficult than the Midas that we've seen. But again, he is human. He'd be difficult. I wish I knew exactly what powers he had. That's the problem, okay? So, we are going to put Midas into the C tier. I'm going to put him right behind Nisha. That's, no. Bottom of C tier. Bottom of C tier, okay? Marigold. Does she even have the golden touch? Yeah, she has golden hands, right? She has something to do with Midas. So, Midas level, but a little bit easier. I don't see her being, that's a toughie. I'm actually going to throw her into the B tier. I think she's like Bites level. I'm going to throw her right behind Bites, okay? Now, Lynx. Very agile. We know she's very, very agile. But we haven't seen much more from that. She's not going to... I wouldn't say we can bring her hand cannon. I know we've seen something like that in the trailer, but she doesn't have an iconic weapon to her. Maybe the tail I can grab and, like, drag her closer. I feel like she's easy. Not easy, but a little more agile. All we have to do is... It's kind of like one of those fighters with... like really, really good side-to-side movement. All you need to do is have one perfectly good timed leg kick, maybe take out the knee. Lynx, I can absolutely beat. Lynx is going to go into the A tier. I'm going to put Lynx right ahead of the Rift Warden. Still, no, I'm going to put her right ahead of Brutus. That's where we're going to put Lynx, okay? Easy work, okay? Hope. Now, Now we have Hope with some identity. Now we have Hope with an obvious ninja star over there. Now we have Hope with armor. We have Hope who has been through battle. We have Hope who has a little bit of power of the Pandora's box. So this is not like this Hope that's over in the S tier. She is still human. She's very fast. She's very capable. She has a weapon on her. That will be difficult to get over, but if I can somehow dodge that, and if I still got a hold of Hope, I would be able to, again, take Hope out with whatever I would like to do to her, okay? This Hope is probably going to go into the B tier as well. Do I put her right with Marigold? Yeah, I'm going to put her right ahead of Marigold, actually, because Bites, I would imagine the power of the last reality is better than whatever Hope has over here. Now, more gods. Can we beat them? I don't think we can. We're going to put them with the other gods over here, right behind. No, we're going to, yeah, right behind Thor. That's right ahead of Thor. That's where we're going to put them, okay? Yeah, that seems about right. The Night Rose. I don't know. Is she human? No, she's from another world, right? She has power. She can spawn like these giant demons. Yeah, there's nothing I can do over there. Even if I got a hold of her, would I be able to hurt her? Like, we don't know to what extent her power is. She is going to go into the D tier. I'm going to put her right ahead, right behind the 7. A little bit more impossible than the 7. We're going to put her right ahead of Megalodon right there, okay? I don't recall who this character is. He's human. If he's human, I can beat him. He's going to go into the A tier. I'm going to put him right behind Rift Warden Stellan, okay? Daigo? I keep forgetting his name. Daigo. We know he has powers of the mask. The masks have different abilities, right? He can have the Void Mask. He can have the Fire Mask. He can have all the masks and potentially masks that we haven't seen just yet. Or masks that we are never going to see in Fortnite that are in the Fortnite lore. This would give him a huge advantage. He can teleport. He can use the power of fire on me. This dude would be insanely difficult to fight, but again, not impossible because he is human. Bottom of C tier, not quite. No, D tier. He's got to be D tier, right? He's got to be D tier. He's probably easier to beat than Kit, though. Yeah, because maybe I can handle like a shot from him, but the Fire Oni mask might just hit me first. Deathstroke, Batman Who Laughs. 2 more superheroes. There's no way I can beat them. I don't even know if Deathstroke is human. So we are going to also throw Deathstroke and Batman Who Laughs. Yeah, they're probably impossible, eh? F tier. Top of F tier for both of these guys. Top of F tier. Batman Who Laughs. A little bit more difficult. Okay, now the Chimera. I feel like I could chin a Chimera. I feel like I could knock him out. But the problem is, he has a giant alien suit on. But that face looks quite human. That neck, it looks quite long. I can choke that. But does he have some like ridiculous alien strength? Can I even, if I were even wrap my hands or wrap my arms around his neck to choke him, would it even do anything? Does he even breathe through his neck? This is the problem we have when we talk about aliens. So, he is going to go into the C tier, low C tier, okay? Now, Gunner. Here's the problem. Gunner is like Brutus, but more difficult to beat. The same issues that Brutus has, Gunner would also have, but I would imagine you have a little bit more discipline with the cardio because he is a soldier. Gunner will also show up, and I will have to hit him. We can't have the same issue as Brutus. Like, the Brutus, light kicks. Easy. We'll take him down that way. Gunner is built different. I would have to chin Gunner, but it's the guy the size of Gunner, he'd be very difficult to chin. It's possible, but I don't know. If he didn't have his armor with him, this is something that I would be able to handle. But the problem is, he does have that. For that reason, Gunner is going to go into the C tier. I'm going to put him right behind Nisha, okay? And finally, the Visitor will not take off the mask. He is all of the power of the 7. From the looks of it, I feel like I could beat him, but how am I supposed to hit him? How am I supposed to choke him? There is nothing for me to work with over there. The Visitor is completely covered, and the Visitor is going to go with all of the other members of the 7 right in front of the Foundation. And that is the official tier list, guys, for all of the Fortnite storyline characters that I believe I could take on in a fight. And if I was dropped in the loop, these would be my chances if I were to happen to go against all of these people. Peely being the easiest to defeat, with Galactus being the most difficult to defeat. I would love to know what you guys think about this down below. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to hear more about a Fortnite storyline character tier list and how they would do against each other, check out this tier list right now. I would love to have you guys over there. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.